Local rabbis and the Jewish Federation of Palm Beach County telling CBS 12 News this has been a challenging week as there have been several anti-Semitic threats here in our area and the fear of the fact that there's no end in sight for Israel and possibly a war between Hezbollah as well.
This as Israel's war with Hamas is in its 9th month. And on Tuesday, 7 synagogues in Palm Beach County were among the 50 synagogues statewide to receive bomb threats.
Our Mike Magnoli has the latest in West Palm Beach.
Here at Temple Israel, that bomb threat was sent in an email to the main office, and 6 other synagogues in Palm Beach County got the same message. Rabbi Ryan Daniels is preparing his synagogue and his sermon for Friday evening's worship. He says he wants to talk to the congregation about civility, loving your neighbor, even if you disagree on something. Right now, as the Middle East is in conflict, here in Florida, the Jewish community is being threatened and harassed.
How can I, as their rabbi, be a comforting presence, a calm presence in this storm?
Temple Israel is on a list that no one here wanted to be on. On Tuesday, 50 Jewish places of worship all over Florida got an email, someone writing that they'd blow up the building. To our south, Temple Salal in Hollywood and Temple Judea in Coral Gables were threatened. Law enforcement agencies went to all locations, found nothing. At this point, there's no word from investigators if they have any clues about who sent the email. Meanwhile, 26-year-old Paul Morris of Boca Raton has been granted bond, $250,000. He's the suspect who earlier this month posted to Instagram and other platforms that he wanted to commit a mass shooting and kill all Jews.
We are aware that there are potential security concerns, and we continue to navigate those.
Navigating and preventing violence. Enter Carson Nightwine, formerly a member of the Diplomatic Secret Service. He's now Director of Community Security for the Jewish Federation of Palm Beach.
These bomb threats, they spread fear and unease through the Jewish community. But a big impact to these, which not many people think about, is it pulls emergency services and law enforcement away from being able to respond to other threats in the community by taking up their resources, their time, and their manpower.
Right, because if officers are combing the grounds of an area temple responding to a hoax bomb threat, they can't be 2 places at once in the event of an actual emergency. Nightwine says that's dangerous, and he'd like to see even harsher penalties for such threats. As it stands, it's a federal offense, but the maximum sentence is 5 years, and most suspects do less than that. Whether this latest email sender is caught or not, Rabbi Daniel says he wants the 250 families who worship here not to feel battle-hardened or mad. He says this is a teaching moment.
We've seen across our country, across our world, great polarization, right? That we've forgotten that muscle of how we communicate and how we connect with one another.
Palm Beach County State Attorney Dave Ehrenberg says that he will use the most serious charges and the maximum penalties available for suspects who are caught sending threats like this. In West Palm Beach, I'm Mike Magnoli, CBS 12 News.
All of this comes as a task force at one of America's most elite universities is revealing disturbing instances of anti-Semitism, along with general hostile environment and Jewish students and faculty against those faculty. It's Columbia University. They created a task force back in November, months before the protest in May that ended in dozens of arrests. That task force found several examples of Jewish students feeling unsafe, including one professor who told their class to avoid reading mainstream media, declaring it's owned by Jews. The task force says another professor came across what may have been a Jewish-sounding name and asked that student to explain their views on Israel's government and its actions against Gaza.
Questions of harassment, intimidation, hate, just pain, isolation, discrimination, every word you could think of came out from students' experiences, Jewish students' experiences at Columbia. Making it very clear to us that a lot of systems in place are not working for Jewish students. What we found in the listening sessions were essentially students who felt like the burden was on them to resolve it.
For weeks, Columbia University had been the focal point of the nationwide protest on college campuses over the Israel-Hamas war. The task force saying that the university has to do a better job.
These instances of anti-Semitism not just happening here in the U.S., but across the world. People in Paris are now speaking out. A large crowd of protesters gathered in front of the Paris City Hall yesterday to condemn anti-Semitism. It was after a 12-year-old girl told police she had been raped by a group of men while being insulted with anti-Semitic slurs. According to the regional prosecutor's office, 3 boys, ages 12 and 13, were detained. 2 of the boys were given multiple preliminary charges, including aggravated gang rape on a minor younger than 15.
CBS 12 News has done extensive coverage on anti-Semitism in our area and across the country. To see more on our Hate Rising series, you can head to our CBS 12 YouTube page. You'll find half-hour long specials right there on the main page.